Did you ever wonder what happens if you leave your bike sitting for 5 months and then you decide to go ride? Well, that's the Africa Twin right there. It's been sitting for about 5 months, so let's find out. But enough with the chit chat, let's get on it. So I came back from the BDR, and because lack of space in the garage, I put the bike here under the porch and covered it up. I wasn't planning to leave it here for 5 months. That's why I didn't do the usual things like the fuel conditioner for storage or disconnecting the battery. I literally put it here and forgot about it because life. And then a friend of mine calls and says, hey, let's go ride in 2 days. Literally, I haven't removed the cover in 5 months. So let's do it together. Let's pull it off and let's see what's underneath. Well, it's in better condition than I thought it would be. The tires seem not to be completely deflated, but quite a bit. The bike is due for the next service, which I do myself, if you've been watching the channel for a while. Also, the rear brake pads. As soon as I looked at the bike, I saw the brake fluid being low, and I look immediately at the brake pads, and the rear brake pads are almost done for. But there are a few miles still left on it, as well as a few miles left on the tires. I looked the bike over a bit. There is oil, obviously. There is fuel, obviously. I haven't put the key in just yet. I've been procrastinating this moment because it's gonna be a huge pain in the rear if I put this in, turn it on, and nothing happens. And there goes absolutely nothing. Like, didn't even twitch. All right. I guess time to push the bike into the garage. So the first thing I did was to make sure that there was oil in there, and there is. Now I'm gonna check the conditions and how much oil is actually in there. And I don't need to know the exact level, so I'm not gonna run the bike or anything because the bike doesn't run. I'm just gonna make sure that there is enough not to cause damage and that the oil in there is not so bad to cause damage to the bike itself. Actually not bad. It's not completely black, it's a nice dark brown. The fact that there is a lot of oil in there tells me that most of the oil has drained down from wherever it used to sit. With modern oils, the engine is never quite completely dry. There is always a thin film. The film just reduces in size as time goes by. When I did the 2002 CBR 954, and the bike hasn't run in 5 to 7 years, I can't quite remember right now. When I opened the head, there was still oil, and the gears in there and the shaft and everything else was still lubricated. So there is that. I know there are people out there being like, oh, you're gonna destroy your engine. Oh, yeah. Fortunately, it's not the 1960s or 50s anymore. Welcome to the 21st century. Time to open the battery box and see what's in there. So here it is. It's a 5mm Allen key. I obviously checked the tire pressure, the coolant, and all the other fluid to make sure everything is there. I didn't disconnect the battery. This is gonna be a giant pain, and hopefully the battery is not completely trashed. The battery is toasted. Toasted. It's at 0. Most likely I need a new battery it would not accept the charge. But there is a little trick with lithium batteries. I'm not gonna say anything because lithium battery, you never know what they're gonna do. Catch on fire, explode, or whatnot. So right now, it's taking the charge, it's charging. Let's see how it goes. Everything else on the bike seems fine. Obviously, I wasn't able to run it because there is no electricity. Let's regroup in a few hours and let's see what's going on. I charged the battery, put it back on. The charger showed a green light, so finger crossed. But it's time to test and see if it, at the very least, turns on. Without further ado, all right. It should also tell me the voltage on it, so come on. 13 volts. Are they gonna be enough? Maybe. All right, let's see if it starts. All right, I'm gonna shut it off now because, well, the garage door is closed. I don't want to pass out for the fumes, but Honda reliability started after months. So to recap, in the end, I inflated the tires, both of them. The rear one was at 0, the front one had 10 psi in it or something like that. Check the fluids, make sure that they're in there, proper level. And what really did me in was the battery. The battery was full on dead. Even the starting, you guys have seen it, it took a couple of rotations, if that. I thought it would take a little longer to start. Instead, it was like on right away. Moral of the story is you can absolutely forget that you have a bike and leave it in the backyard or under a porch or in your garage for 5-6 months, as long as it's a newer bike like my Africa Twin. And the only consequence is, well, you're gonna lose a battery. This time around I lucked out because the jump start trick for the lithium battery worked, but it doesn't always. So that could have cost me quite a bit of money because the OEM battery for this motorcycle is at around $350. The aftermarket Shorai that I have on, it's north of $100 and some. As always, there's gonna be links for the batteries, the battery tender down in the description, so check it out. Thank you very much to my patrons. You guys are the best, as I say all the times. If you're not a patron and you don't want to become a patron, just do the usual YouTube stuff. It helps with the algorithm. I got a couple of messages asking for the last video I published, telling me that they're glad that I was back. And I was like, I never left. It's just YouTube does not push my video out. Also, not all my videos are good. Some are good, some are shit. And so there you have it. But that's it for today. So, dai tutti, and I'll see you next time.